I'm 28 and navigating a painful divorce after finding out my husband cheated on me. The betrayal has left me shattered. These past weeks have been a whirlwind of legal consultations, endless documents, and countless tears. Through it all, my dog Max has been my anchor. He's a lovable rescue mutt with droopy ears and a constantly wagging tail, adopted a few years back with my ex. To me, Max is like my own child, my source of comfort. The divorce is messy, and unbelievably, we're battling over custody of Max. It might sound trivial to some, but anyone with a beloved pet gets it. I can deal with dividing our finances, the house, or even the car, but not Max. My ex's attorney listed Max as property to be split, which feels so wrong. My ex is fighting hard for him, and I suspect it's less about love for Max and more about hurting me. He cheated and ruined our marriage, yet now he wants my dog. He barely helped with Max's daily care. I handled the walks, feeding, and vet visits. I'm terrified of losing Max. I've heard of courts treating pets like objects, awarding them based on things like who has a bigger home. My ex is currently at his mom's place. Yep, he moved back there after I kicked him out, and they have a spacious yard. I'm stuck in a tiny apartment I rented post-separation, though I'm searching for a better place. I worry a judge might favor my ex's setup, even though Max is happiest with me. To complicate things, my ex's mother, my mother-in-law, Mill, has been meddling. She's always been cold toward me, even before the divorce. When I discovered the affair, she had the audacity to suggest I pushed my ex to cheat by not being a good enough wife. Now she's spreading lies that I'm trying to take her son's dog. She even told me Max deserves to be with my ex because I'm too unstable right now. Of course, I'm a mess. My marriage imploded. She once suggested I let Max stay at her place temporarily since they have a yard. I saw through that trap immediately. If I handed Max over, I'm certain they'd claim I'm unfit and keep him. It's a nightmare. The final court date to decide on Max and other assets is approaching, and I'm a nervous wreck. My lawyer says I have a strong case since I've been Max's primary caretaker and paid for most of his needs. Max is considered community property, so the judge can award him to me, but there's no guarantee. The idea of losing Max after everything else is unbearable. He's my everything. When I was at my lowest after the affair, Max would snuggle beside me, nudging me with his nose as if to say I wasn't alone. I don't usually share personal stuff online, but I'm desperate for support or advice from anyone who's been through this. Losing my marriage was devastating, but losing Max would break me. Update 1: I'm thrilled to share good news. The court hearing happened, and I was granted full custody of Max. The divorce settlement clearly states Max is mine. I broke down in tears of relief in the courtroom. My ex was visibly upset, his face flushed when the judge ruled in my favor. He stormed out with his lawyer, and I'm sure his mom is fuming, but they can't do anything now. It's legally binding. Max is staying with me, and they have no claim to him. Thank you all for the support and tips on my original post. Many of you shared your stories and legal advice, which helped me prepare. I gathered every receipt and record proving I was Max's main caregiver, and my lawyer presented it all. The judge acknowledged my role in Max's daily life, which tipped the scales. The rest of the divorce is mostly settled, too. I let my ex take a bigger share of our savings and some items, as Max was my priority. I'd give up everything material to keep him. Today, I'm smiling for the first time in ages. When we got home, I gave Max a big hug and a new toy I'd saved for him. He may not grasp the details, but he seemed to sense my joy. Tonight, Max gets extra treats and a long park visit. Despite the pain of the divorce, I know I'll heal with Max by my side. Thank you, this community, for your encouragement. I'll sleep soundly tonight knowing Max is safe with me. Update 2: I'm back with heartbreaking news. Just weeks after celebrating Max's custody, I'm in a nightmare. I moved to a new place because Max seemed unhappy in my small apartment. Today, I came home from work to find Max gone. My back door was ajar despite me locking it this morning. I always double-check. Some furniture near the door was toppled, and Max's leash, usually on a hook, was missing. I searched the house, calling his name frantically, but I knew he wasn't there. Max never runs off. He'd wait on the porch or in the yard if he got out. It hit me. Someone broke in and stole him. Nothing else was taken, not my laptop, TV, or even my wallet left on the counter. Just Max and his leash, likely to lead him away. There were muddy footprints near the door and a scratch by the lock, suggesting forced entry. I called the police, barely able to speak through my panic, and reported the break-in and theft. Officers came, filed a report, and searched the area, but there wasn't much to go on. I told them I suspect my ex and his mother, given our custody fight and his anger over losing Max. The police noted it but said I need evidence. They're checking nearby cameras and suggested I ask neighbors. I went door to door in my new neighborhood, a quiet area with family homes. One neighbor saw nothing unusual while gardening, but another vaguely recalled an unfamiliar car parked nearby around midday. They're checking their security footage for clues, and I'm hoping for a clear image of a license plate or person. I'm almost certain my ex or his mom is behind this. It's too coincidental after the court ruling. I called and texted my ex, furious. He didn't answer at first, then sent a curt message denying any knowledge. I don't buy it. I threatened legal action if he's lying, but he didn't reply. I couldn't reach his mom, which isn't surprising. We barely speak. I'm a wreck, pacing my house and talking to my parents, who are furious and coming to help. I keep blaming myself. Why didn't I get a security system sooner? I was planning to install a camera, but hadn't yet. The police will investigate, but I know this might not be their top priority. To me, it's everything. Max is family. I'm planning to make flyers with Max's picture and my number, though if my ex's family took him, that might not help. I'll also call shelters in case he's found. If anyone has dealt with a stolen pet, please share advice. I just want Max back. Update 3, it's been a chaotic day, and I have answers, though not the resolution I wanted. I confirmed my ex's mother stole Max, and she's openly admitting it but won't return him. A neighbor's security camera caught the theft. The footage, though grainy, showed her car, a distinct bright blue model I recognize, pulling up to my fence. It captured her entering my yard and leading Max to her car. He looked confused but trusting, likely thinking it was a fun outing. My dad and I confronted her at her house. My parents have been my rock, and my dad insisted on coming, fearing a heated exchange. I hoped showing her the video proof might make her back down. We knocked repeatedly before she answered, her expression cold. I demanded Max's return, citing the footage. She initially denied it, claiming I was mistaken, but I heard Max barking inside, his unmistakable bark. When I called his name, he whined and scratched at the door. I tried to push past, but she blocked me. Then she admitted taking him, saying it was for Max's benefit. She claimed he was unhappy in my cramped home with me working all day, and that she and my ex were saving him. I was stunned. I reminded her Max is legally mine per the court, but she doubled down, saying my lifestyle wasn't good for him. When I threatened police action for theft and breaking in, she smirked and warned, "Call them and you'll never see Max again. I'll take him far away." She threatened to flee, possibly out of state, if I involved authorities. My dad called her out, but she yelled that I'm an unfit owner, even blaming me for the marriage's failure. I begged, tears streaming, hearing Max so close yet unreachable. She refused and ordered us off her property. I warned her this wasn't over. She shouted back, calling Max her grand-dog. We left, me sobbing, my dad barely restraining himself. I called my ex, who finally answered. He acted calm, saying I was overreacting and that Max was better off with his mom's constant attention and big yard. I reminded him of the court order, but he dismissed it, saying it didn't matter what was best for Max. He implied I should give up Max if I truly cared about him, which felt like a veiled threat. I told him I'd involve the police, and he warned against escalating things. It's clear they think they're above the law. My lawyer was shocked and urged me to report this to the police despite the threat. He's also filing an emergency court motion for contempt, as this violates the divorce decree. I'm terrified she'll run with Max if police show up, but I can't let her keep him. I drove by her house later. Her car was there, so she hasn't fled yet. I'm sharing everything with the police, including her threat to flee, and praying they act fast. Update 4, Max is home safe. Following my lawyers and your advice, I involved the police immediately, showing them the video of my ex's mother stealing Max and explaining her threat to flee. They took it seriously. This morning, they organized a plan to retrieve Max, asking me to come for identification but stay in the police car until it was safe. We arrived at her house at dawn with 2 squad cars, one in front, one at the back to prevent escape. I was anxious, fearing she'd run with Max. An officer knocked, announcing their presence. She didn't answer at first, and I worried she was slipping out the back. The rear officers saw her open the back door, spot them, and slam it shut. Eventually, she opened the front door. I couldn't hear the exchange, but she tried to close it on them. The police blocked it, gesturing authoritatively, possibly about a warrant my lawyer helped secure. Soon, I heard commotion and saw Max dart out the front door. An officer had grabbed his leash inside, and during a struggle with my ex's mother, Max slipped free and ran to me. I leapt from the car and he crashed into me, tail wagging, licking my face. I cried, hugging him tightly. My ex's mother was handcuffed, screaming about me mistreating Max and the police harassing her. They arrested her for breaking and entering, pet theft, and violating the custody order. Later, they questioned my ex, who wasn't at the scene. He claimed ignorance, saying it was all his mother's doing. I'm skeptical, but the police warned him he's on thin ice if involved. His mother was jailed overnight and likely laid out by my ex. We're pressing charges fully with all evidence, video, texts, and recorded calls handed to the police and DA. On the civil side, an emergency court hearing went my way. The judge ordered my ex to cover my legal fees for this ordeal and issued a restraining order barring his mother and him through her from contacting me, my home, or Max. Any violation risks contempt and jail time. Max is home, happy, and sticking to me like Velcro. I bathed him, he reeked of her perfume, and checked him. He's unharmed and thrilled to be back. He's napping on my lap as I write this. Thank you all for your support. Max sends tail wags, and I send my deepest gratitude.